What's up, you guys? What is going on? I'm making this quick video for you guys to share a quick story that is probably going to save you tens of thousands of dollars as you get started in your business ventures. I want to share a quick story that happened to me recently with a buddy of mine. And then I want to share what happened to myself because it was like lessons learned. And what I realized was when you're cheap with anything that you do in life, and you don't necessarily have to be cheap, but you choose that direction, you have to expect that it's going to provide you a lot of uncertainty. There's a ton of risk, and chances are things are not going to play out the way you want it to. Let's just start with my story first. I remember when I was getting like this backyard pit built out, and of course, I wanted like an outdoor kitchen. I wanted to be nice. I was in my forever home, and I saved up a little bit of money, so I had a little bit of like cash on hand. And I'm searching through Craigslist, just trying to find someone that can build it out. And I'm searching other sites too, not just Craigslist, but Craigslist is where I ultimately found a contractor to do the job. Well, the reason why I picked the contractor, number one, was because the pictures that he showcased, there was beautiful outdoor kitchens, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then when I called the guy and negotiated a price, he told me because I was a veteran and all this great stuff, he's going to give me the best deal possible. And believe me when I say this, he gave me an amazing deal. I was like, oh, this is too good to be true. Well, I'm sure you guys can go ahead and foreshadow that. Yes, absolutely. The deal was too good to be true. Lo and behold, me being cheap, with the project and not paying him much, I gave him half up front and I promised him half at the end. Well, what happened was he's building out the kitchen, and of course, it was just like a skeleton. So, although it really wasn't looking exactly like I wanted, I put all trust in him because I saw the pictures. He sent me to the websites. He said these are the jobs that I did, and I'm like, okay, cool. I trust you, Mr. Stranger from Craigslist. So one day he comes up to me, very nice gentleman. We're always talking about family. We're talking about kids, and he had his little helper. He came up to me one day and he's like, hey, look, man, my helper, my aide, he came into a little bit of trouble, and I really need to get that second half of the payment, and like right now, if you got it. He's like, because he needs this cash to take care of this issue. He was like, we're really good guys. He's like, and I'm trying to be a really great boss, and I can't do this project without him. Me being naive, because he's already buttered me up about all of his war stories that he shared from his family, and all these things about like his kiddos and stuff like that. And we've always had great conversations. Well, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I gave him the second half of that cash. Well, as you guys probably know, the guy was gone. He ghosted me. He was out. And that led me to remember this story because a good buddy of mine wanted to come into my academy. He wanted to come into my academy. But to be fair to anyone who comes into my academy, I treat you as a partner. And in any business partnership, obviously, you have an investment. You invest in whatever it is that you're doing. If we're going to do real estate together, what is going to be some type of investment, whatever it's your time, whatever it's is funding, or whatever it's, your sweat equity, it's going to be something. You have to invest something. Well, my buddy was just kind of asking and probing questions and all that good stuff. And this is like a couple months ago, and I'm giving him answers because I'm an open book. I feel like there's no secrets. If you come to me and you ask me, Joe, how do you find your real estate? How do you find the land that you go after? I will share it with you. Joe, how do you get foreclosures with no money down? I will share this information with you. Or how do you do tax surplus? How do you do overages? How do you find this money and get people paid? I've made videos and show people step by step. This is what I do. Here's the deal. He wanted to take shortcuts instead of coming in with a financial investment to work with me. Because again, for me, it's not really information I'm selling time. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to guide you. I'm going to give you all the tools that I worked so hard and I invested in, to make sure you're successful. Well, of course, he didn't want to spend a dime because we're buddies, right? We're friends. So he figured, you know what? If Joe can't give it to me for free, I'm just going to cut corners. I'm going to do this myself. And there's no problem with that. But here's the deal. He got himself into a little pickle. He made promises that he shouldn't have made to his client. And so he's working this deal and he couldn't come through. And now he comes back and circles back around to me. And he's like, hey, Joe, this guy just sent me a letter from his attorney office saying that he is going to sue me for damages because I didn't make good on my part. Can he do this? And you guys want to know what I told him? I said, man, you need to get yourself a badass attorney because I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I just went through an attorney myself. I paid an attorney to learn these steps and learn these processes to do it the right way first, instead of trying to piece things together that I've seen people make on YouTube and piecing things together. I'm finding that, like I go through legitimate sources. And so, of course, this is an uphill battle that he has got to buy. He has to face. Now, I don't know. I didn't see the documentation, so I don't know if it was like a scare tactic or what happened to that guy. To my good friend, and he's probably watching this video right now. But he allowed me to share this story with you guys, because the one thing he said to me, he's like, Joe, you told me, he's like, you don't do ghetto, and I said exactly. And what do I mean by we don't do ghetto? What I mean by we don't do ghetto is we don't become cheap unnecessarily. That's like buying a rental property for $600,000, but then you're hiring some person you found sitting on the corner of Home Depot because they're cheaper to be a property manager. Do you really think you're going to get quality? That's like you hiring someone, some Joe Schmo that you found on Craigslist to do your taxes, and you give them all your personal information just because they're cheaper than someone that has credibility. So my thing is, when it comes to your business and you're trying to make profit, you're trying to be, do things right so the IRS doesn't come after you, so people don't come after you. And so, like, you do things right the first time. You cannot be cheap when it comes to things that you actually value. Can't be cheap when it comes to your family. Be cheap when it comes to your business. You can't come cheap when it comes to things that you truly appreciate in life. So I'm making this video to you guys. I want you to sit back and think about it. There's nothing wrong with doing your research. There's nothing wrong with digging, finding things, educating yourself. But when it comes down to it, if you're going to open yourself a multi six-figure making business or 7 or 8 figure earning business, you need to ensure that you put the due diligence into hiring the right professionals to guide you, to ensure you don't make big crucial mistakes. Real estate, do not get into real estate and think you're going to be your own realtor with no experience and then start doing paperwork. You make the wrong information in there that's against state law, you can find yourself in a huge pickle, and it's not worth doing that to yourself and your business, you guys. So anyways, I just want to make this quick video to give you guys just a little bit of nuggets so you guys can learn and grow through other people's experiences, so you don't repeat the same mistakes that others have already made before you. Find something that you're into, invest in that something to learn and get the proper education, and then go make that money. Stop trying to figure things out on your own, because a lot of times you don't even know where to start looking, and you're going to find yourself in a pickle like my buddy or like me, hiring guys off Craigslist, building a half-assed outdoor kitchen that was basically a bunch of cement blocks with a little bit of putty on it. It was the worst. Y'all have a good day. I got to go.